umpires with the ball in hand. Start of the third term. Thomson 7-12-54. Lead East Geelong 6-7-43. It'll be Dean Oakley up against Gerard Breed at the start of the third term. It favours Oakley, takes it out of the ruck contest and handballs to Nick Mahara, still playing on the same wing. Right foot kick off the side of the boot. Long no, Steenhouse over him at the back, but his second effort was okay. Looks to the safety of the boundary line, got some support as well. And the Eagles, can they clear? Is it out of bounds on the full? Yes, it is. And it will be a free kick to Thomson, and it'll be Marty Worry with the free kick, who's kicked 2 goals through this afternoon. We've seen a couple of goals kicked from this area. Tim Gardner kicked one and Peter Anderson kicked one from the left forward pocket. Probably in the right spot to try and drift it in and kick a goal. He's not too confident though, but I think he should be. He'd be about the one you'd back in from here. Worry comes in. He just sets it up, in fact, in the goal square, and it's over a couple of heads, including Troy Maharis. It's off hands and over the boundary line for a throw-in in the right forward pocket now for the Thomson side. So Breed's worked his way down there for the Eagles to do the ruck work. Up against Troy Maharis, who's ripped off the football and should get a free kick, and does. So Troy Maharis has kicked 1 goal this afternoon. A chance to put Thomson's 8th on the board.
Well, they probably need one, Laurie, to get the match back on equilibrium, because it was a pretty disappointing second quarter for them.
Well, that's right, Eric. They'll need to get as many on the board as they can this quarter. He likes that, I think.
And he's put it through for his second of the afternoon, and the 8th for Thomson. They go to 8-12-60. They lead East Geelong 6-7-43. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 2 minutes played.
So that's just the sort of start that Shane Stone would have been looking for Thomson, and perhaps just the reverse for David Vanderpoel, because they probably got it in there too easily.
Yes, you know, they've got to put as much pressure on the East Geelong side as they can this quarter, Eric, and not leave it so much as the last quarter then.
Why would you, Laurie, if you're East Geelong, because of the way Thomson are getting the ball out the middle, Nick Maharis, they're letting him just run loose here, 35 metres from any player. Surely you'd man him up, wouldn't you?
Well, look, I find it hard to believe, Eric, this happens, and, you know, I just take a line through if it was finals, that wouldn't happen, surely.
So the ball in the middle. Oakley gets a tap clear, and would you believe it went straight to Nick Maharis' opponent, so maybe it was justified. So the ball has drifted over the boundary line in front of our broadcast point here. True centre wing on the Social Club side here at Thomson. Big pack of players in front of us as the ball's thrown in. Breed gets a tap there ahead of Oakley. Coming through strongly, Timmy Gardner can't take the footy, unfortunately, and it's paddled over the boundary line off hands. And the ball will be thrown in once again. So East Geelong gained 5 metres.
We're looking for a good quarter from Timmy this quarter, I think, to get him out into the middle and get it forward as much as it can. The Highland and the Gardner show.
Well, on this occasion, Breed gets the tap down. O'Connor goes in hard. Player, well, dived on the footy was Nick Maharis. Thought he was getting a free kick too, and perhaps he copped it in the head. But umpire says it's my ball. He goes up now. The ball blown away there by the wind. Tap forward by Brett Hood. Christian Highland taps it further forward off with the feet. Finally brought back by East Geelong. Oh, Timmy Gardner takes the mark and plays on quickly. Kicks it long into the full forward position. Well, Anderson there. Oh, I think probably Laurie should have attacked the footy, but Stenhouse did. Kicked it off the ground as the ball landed, and it's landed just inside the field of play between half forward flank and forward pocket for Thomson, kicking in this third quarter to the city end. Worry, well, he didn't do the tap work. It comes to O'Connor. Handball to Christian Highland, back to O'Connor. Thomson are mucking around with it now, and Connor under a bit of pressure, but he's saved by Timmy Gardner. Crashes his way through the tackle there. Handball to Worry just beside the goal square, and Worry has kicked his third. Terrific work, Timmy Gardner, and has created the 9th goal for the Thomson side. 9-12-66. They lead East Geelong, yet to score in this third quarter, 6-7-43. Lexus Wyndham's third quarter scoreboard, 4.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, he's the sort of bloke that if he can live for 10 minutes, he can turn this game right on its head. And look, he's very strong with the footy. He's elusive. He's very clever. His hands are good, and he leads. And he's a leader. People follow what he does. And if he can show by example for the next 10 minutes, they can put East Geelong right out of the game.
So back to the middle. Oakley against Breed. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Breed stands his ground. Oakley tried to get it down, and Intervong threw it to Barnett. Left foot kick from the middle towards half forward. Forbes works his way to the front against O'Leary. Got some support there also in Stein, but O'Leary does well. Turns around. Could be a quick reply. Comes in. I think he's just missed. He has.
Just missed, though.
And 3 goals to his personal tally. They go to 6-8-44. East Geelong, Thomson 9-12-66.
Do you think that's a bit of a mismatch, Sean O'Leary and Forbesy? One's quite tall and the other one's a stronger player. Maybe they can match another player with him. I'm not quite sure who it is, but I just think it's a bit of a mismatch at the moment.
From the kick in, Forbes goes long and fell into the arms there of Dale Menzies. Field umpire signalled the wrong way. Players a bit confused. Handball over to O'Connor. Handball back to Menzies. Eludes a tackle. Now he breaks clear, runs to the middle and kicks the ball. Terrible kick and straight into the arms there of Stevenson at centre half back for East Geelong. Plays on now, kicks to the change room side.
Oh.
In front of the pack there was Dean Oakley. Would have been surely a free kick to H.E., but not paid. Now the ball back to centre half forward. Off hands has come to the back of the pack. Stevenson attacks the footy pretty hard. He's attacked by Shane Stone and bottled it up. And good work by the coach of Thomson there to not allow Stevenson to break clear and get the ball out of the defensive area. So at centre half forward for Thomson, Breed really struggling to get there. I don't know that he's all that fit. Oakley takes the footy. Well, the rule applied the same as the AFL. If you take it out of the ruck contest and you're tackled, it's holding the ball, and that's what was paid there. Ball to centre wing. Off hands, comes to Baxter. Long handball backwards, looking for Dan O'Connor, but it's too long, and it's drifted over the boundary line. For a throw in, true centre wing out of side here at Thomson. 7 minutes gone in the third quarter. East 6-8, trail Thomson 9-12.
So a boundary throw in on the outer side, centre wing. Oakley to come from behind. Breed's there as well. Gardner. Oakley takes it out of the ruck contest. Handball back towards O'Connor. Chopped off. Michael O'Leary stands in the tackle. Handball back to Breed. Short little handball. It's going to be a turnover though. Oh, good tackle. Should be holding the ball. It is. And East Geelong will take the free kick. Miles it is. On centre wing on the outer side with the free kick. He leads on offers at the moment at half forward. So he's still got the ball. He'll be called to play on shortly. He goes now towards half forward. Breed, Aitchison works him under the ball to the front of the pack. Daniels, good tackle. Intervong with the tackle on Daniels, close to the boundary line, in fact out. And we'll have a boundary throw in, half forward on the outer side. East Geelong into attack. They trail 6-8-44, Thomson 9-12-66. We've been playing 8 minutes third term. Boundary throw in, Breed in front, Oakley from behind, Gardner to take it from the contest. And he's wrapped up this time. The umpire will come in and ball it up. So Gardner, last to get off the pack. Hands the football to the umpire. And he'll ball it up. Oakley to come from behind Breed again. Neither can get an effective tap. Tapped on towards Intervong. Tries to break a tackle. Gets a short little kick out's okay, but might be a turn on Nick Maharis to come at it. Across the 50 for East Geelong. Gardner hassling. Does well. Could be holding the ball. The umpire might come in and bounce it. He will do so. And it will be a ball up on the point of the centre square at half forward for the Eagles. So Breed works his way over. Gets it down. Only as far though as O'Connor. Miles bears down on him. He loses the football. Still across half back for Thomson.
He's going to be in trouble.
Dropping the ball, said the umpire. So it'll be a free kick to the Eagles. It'll be Miles. Oh, kicks into the man on the mark. Didn't go back far enough, so turnover. Now Oakley gets it long and wide, looking for Hood. Foot race across there, and the boundary line will win. The ball bounces over the line, and it'll be a boundary throw in on centre wing.
That was a pretty good defensive kick, Laurie, because Hood at 5 foot nothing was 1 out against 3, so Dean Oakley measured that pretty well.
Yep, and Hoodie's had trouble getting into the game today, as against the other game we watched. He was pretty prominent there today. He's struggled to get the hand on the ball.
So ball thrown in, out of centre wing. Oakley taps the ball forward, pushing the back, not paid by the umpire. Picked up for East Geelong by Intervong. Well, interesting. I thought he dragged it in underneath himself, and the different umpire didn't pay the free kick, but in fact he's pushed it over the boundary line. So true centre wing, out of side. At almost 10 minutes now into the third quarter, the ball comes in. Oakley in front of Breed. Breed, however, wins the footy at ground level, kicks it high in the air. No mark, umpire called play on. Picked up by Barnett, handball clear. look at Christian Highland there, intercepts, but offhands, it's over the boundary line. So very hard, tough contest out there at the moment.
Well, it's scraggy at the moment, but it's probably, if anything, suiting these Geelong side, because the more time that they can run the clock down and keep it out in that wing, the less chance Thomson got to kick and goals.
True. In it comes. Whistle on the play. Perhaps Dean Oakley's free kick. It's certainly the way the umpire is signalling. He gets the ball quickly. He's got Stein. He's run loose to the middle, takes the mark. He gets around the player there, kicks it long to the full forward position.
Worry.
Well, I don't know, Worry dropped the mark, picked up there, and comes back to Johnny Mitchell. Johnny Mitchell off a step, has had a pot shot from 30 yards. Sorry.
Touched.
Well, it must have been touched down in the field. I think the field umpire might have given that. So Mitchell kicks his second, and it's a 13th behind for Thomson. 9-13-67. They lead East 6-8-44. Lexus to win them. Third quarter scoreboard, 11 minutes gone.
Stenhouse kicks in, 55-metre kick, looking for Peters. Can't take the mark through the middle. Oakley, free kick over the shoulder, and it will be to Scott McLeod. For East, goes towards Barnett on centre wing, takes the mark. And they're breaking down at half forward, the Eagles at the moment. Not much to kick to. Lovell gives him a lead. He might go in that direction now. Also, Sean O'Leary holds up in the breeze. Aitchison in front, takes the mark. At half back, wants to play on quickly, gives it to Stein, running past Forbes. Left foot kick towards the middle of the ground. Worry over his head. Vetter goes up too early. McLeod standing there though, does well. And will repel the attack from Thomson through the middle. Right foot kick towards centre half forward. Back to whence it came. Aitchison grabs it on the half volley. Handball out towards Yates. Running back towards half back. Now,
Danger.
Danger towards O'Connor, but he gets away from Camerotto and breaks free. Handball towards Mitchell on centre wing. Surrounded now, under pressure. Needs Nick Maharis in support. Gets him. Right foot kick towards the middle's great. Just over the head of Stone though, and they might turn it over again. Miles though, can't take it with him. Hood. He's got some support, Scott McLeod. Ooh. And that should be down the field. And it is. And Dan O'Connor is not making friends with his former teammates.
I think he's only getting a bit of a square up. He's copped a couple earlier.
So the free kick will be in the middle, down the field with Breed. So the big ruckman has the ball. So Jared Breed chips the ball up, looking for Peters. A good kick too. Just found a bit of space just inside the centre square at centre half forward, Peters. And has taken the mark. Goes to the right foot kick. Wide lead from Sean O'Leary. Coming out at Forbes. Good punch away defensively. And gains 25 metres close to the boundary line. Sees it over. And it will be a throw-in.
Very good.
That's probably justified the reason they're leaving him on Sean O'Leary. Certainly nullifying him in the air.
Yeah, I think you might be right, Eric.
So 9-13-67 Thomson. They lead East Geelong 6-8-44. Been playing 13 minutes in the third term. Boundary throw in half forward flank. Breed gets it down and just taps it back over the boundary line. So the boundary umpire with a bit more work to do.
Some interesting tactical moves, Laurie. I see Stevenson playing basically a kick behind the game when they're kicking into the breeze.
Oakley gets it down. O'Connor close to the boundary line. Umpires found a trip and it will be a free kick to O'Connor. Wants to play on quickly and switch play. Danger to Nick Maharis. Had to be good and was. Took the mark under pressure from Jones and played on.
That's 50.
And 50. Late from Jones. Nick Maharis to come up into the middle.
I think that was fair enough.
They've been pretty consistent with that, and that's fair enough.
So he plays on quickly, Nick Maharis.
He's bringing it back, I think. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I looked up and I thought he paid that a mark.
Yes, so did I. The whistle was back in the middle, though.
Both umpires are standing next to each other.
And the guys down this other end of the ground are getting cosy again. Must be cold out there. They've got to get together to keep warm.
So, Nick Maharis with the free kick. Yates has broken free from half back and was an option on the wing, but he goes short towards Shane Stone and he takes the mark left half forward. So the coach of the Thomson side, Troy Maharis, gives him a lead. He goes in that direction. Miles chops it off, does well. Steele, Hood's there as well, under pressure. Steenhouse kept his feet, got legged.
Yep.
And the umpire did see it and has put. Well, there's no advantage there now, but Bounds got it, goes along towards Stein. 3-on-1 Thomson. And they take the mark. Give it to Nick Maharis in the middle, who takes the grab. Can handball, was nearly going to handball to Tim Gardner in the middle. Lex just to hold it up. Goes towards the half-forward flank, and Oakley, don't think it was meant for there, but it got there.
Definitely not.
So Oakley's got it in between wing and half-forward.
Gee, they bottle up the forward half, haven't they?
They have. Oakley now just chips it up. And Breed got a hand to it. Oh, and took the mark. One-handed, plays on quickly, handballs at the steal, runs back into trouble, loses the football. Umpire says held to him.
Great tackle, Shane Stone.
And the umpire will ball it up. Left half-forward flank, Thomson into attack.
The East Geelong boys are certainly flooding the back line, and it's probably pretty good tactics, really, and if they can hang in there for a while.
So a ball up, comes to the side of the pack. Miles just runs into O'Connor, got a high tackle. The umpire says no, held to him. It will be another ball up. And a free kick now for back chat from O'Connor. So not taking anything from the players today, the umpires. Paid the free kick to Miles at half-back for the Eagles.
Now, they've been also consistent on that, and I don't see that as being a bad thing. If you're going to back chat the umpies, I think it deserves some sort of penalty. Good mark, good mark.
So, and a bit of a scuffle on play, close to the, well, it's going to get a bit ugly here, I think, because the social club's arced a few people up, and Nick Maharis is in there, and Sean O'Leary, and they're not liking each other, and Marcus Forbes, and the umpire will bring out a card, possibly. And Marcus Forbes and Jared Breed don't like each other.
There's...
So the umpire's trying to get players away from the scene. And Shane Lovell's come in stupidly at the end, so that'll be somebody else. So it's all broken out here between Thomson and East Geelong. And
I hope that boundary up, he's got his book there. Here comes another...
So it's right in front of our commentary box now, and well, yellow cards, and I don't know who he sent off.
O'Leary.
He sent Sean O'Leary off for some unknown reason, because there was about 25 blokes he could have sent off. The umpires lost it.
Well, if he sent Sean O'Leary off, they should reverse the free kick.
Oh, I've lost control of it myself now. I can't. I couldn't even see what it was all
No, he sent Nick Maharis off as well. So.
Hey, don't be stupid.
Well, the trainer has arced that up then, and that's stupid by the trainer. Absolutely stupid. The Thomson trainer has got in the middle there.
Red card.
And now he's red carded Morris Stevenson and sent him off. And the trainer started that, unfortunately.
Yeah. And East Geelong can ill afford to have someone like Stevenson off the ground. He was the strength of their defensive half. Exactly. He was playing very strongly.
Dean Oakley's off with a blood rule.
Well, he was the, obviously, we were close enough to hear that. The other player, Stevenson's reported for striking Dean Oakley. It was...
I don't think there was any doubt about that.
No, I don't think so, actually.
But
there
might be a circumstance to say that he was a bit provoked by somebody.
Yes, but by the same token, that having occurred, the free kick now surely's got to go to Thomson. And the original free kick was East Geelong.
How did she go with the camera work up there? That's all I want to know.
Yeah, we got the thumbs up.
So now the umpires have had a discussion. They've agreed with my synopsis.
You're right, Eric.
And that had to be. That had to be. Once the second report came in, the free kick surely had to be overturned. So having had all that, Christian Highland suddenly gets the football.
He was pretty quick to have the footy too.
He was, and he's run inside 50. So Christian Highland now, just inside 50, after quite a lengthy delay. It's a magnificent kick off the boot, and I'll tell you what, he's paid the pay.
That'll make it.
The ultimate penalty. Christian Highland has kicked the goal for Thomson. That's their 10th, and maybe that's going to be a defining point in this game. 10-13-73 Thomson. They lead East Geelong 6-8-44. Lexus of Wyndham's third quarter scoreboard, 19 and a half minutes gone. And now, of course, East Geelong, Laurie, one short.
One short, and actually Sean Leary off for 15 minutes, so they're too short for quite a while, aren't they?
Well, there's been a free kick picked out, and I don't know where they've picked it out from, but people running everywhere, and the free kick will be to Jared Breed in the middle from East Geelong, so I don't know what happened there.
I don't think it'll worry Thomson, the goal still stands.
It does. So Breed with the free kick in the middle.
I must say I thought the umpires handled that pretty well. They just stood back.
Oh, he goes towards McLeod and sets him up. O'Connor will a free kick, and
Yeah, that's
very,
very ordinary.
That's very ordinary because he went at the footy. Scott McLeod came back.
The umpire in control of the game was allowing the game to continue. The trailing umpire has seen fit to do something about it. Now that's wrong.
That's the report, is he? No.
So Scott McLeod is down in the hands of the trainers, but he wasn't helped by being set up by the Gerard Breed pass. So, well, I think he's reported him,
but he's called him back.
It's soccer tactics now. You're going to take him aside and he's going to give him a chat. I've never seen that done before. I know enough about footy anymore.
While that's happening, the boundary umpire's getting some work down on the boundary line for cramp, just to keep going. It's all happening.
Well,
now, I can't understand.
That boundary umpire there should have his notebook out. He shouldn't be sitting down there with a cramp. if he saw what I saw.
There's a lot of finger pointing and waving and things going on.
Dan O'Connor's off. What's that for?
He got reported, I think.
Is that a red card?
No. Just a report. 15 minutes, isn't it?
Yep. And McLeod's just been spoken to that O'Connor has been reported. Well, there's a bit of feeling in the game now, and in the crowd.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the 22 minutes we've had, there's been about 15 minutes of football.
If that.
The umpires, they need a computer out there.
So,
oh boy, they're still going for pencils and papers.
Now you've got runners asking umpires questions.
So they're down to 17.
17 to 16.
Is that what it is?
Right at this moment.
Days, not playing without wings. So Scott McLeod's got the football 20 metres out directly in front. He got a 50-metre penalty for that bump. He comes in.
He's goal.
And he kicks the goal. So his first goal. And for East Geelong, that is their 7th. They go to 7-8-50. Trail Thomson 10-13, 73. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 22.5 minutes played.
I think more importantly, Jason, it's 4 into the breeze they've kicked, and and Thomson haven't been able to do one yet, so could be down to I hope this game's not too tight. We might be here for a long time.
If it sort of keeps going at the rate it's going, we'll be playing after dark.
Dean Oakley back on the ground with the nose taped.
Peter Anderson went off the ground to allow him to come on, actually.
So back in the middle, Oakley and Breed. Breed stands his ground. Oakley gets up and gets it down towards Stone. He goes a left foot kick out towards half forward. Warry does well. Worked his way to the front and took the mark at half forward in front of Vedder. Lead on from Troy Maharis. Goes in that direction now, but going to be chopped off by Stenhouse, and he takes the mark. Be careful, Troy.
That was a pretty poor kick from Marty. Then he had time to channel that ball into the right area.
The other thing, I tend to think the umpires have been a bit selective. Shane Stone got absolutely flattened after he kicked the ball, and the umpires right beside him.
Ball tried to be switched by East Geelong, but chopped off by Daniels. Go over to Highland, back to Daniels. Kick is smothered and by Duncan Miles, and it will be a boundary throw in half forward flank.
So now the interchange benches are trying to get some sanity into the positioning.
So a boundary throw in, half forward flank. Gardner from behind towards Stone. Intervon kicks it off the ground, gains 20 metres and sees it over the boundary line on centre wing. On the outer side for a throw in. 10-13 playing 7-8. 23 points the difference. Boundary throw in. Breed. Oakley works his way to the front. And Shane Stone wraps up Duncan Miles, not going anywhere. The umpire will come in and ball it up. Still on centre wing on the outer side. We've been playing 24.5 minutes.
Well, that's what's on the clock.
Yeah, that's what's on the clock. We've been playing about 2.5. Oakley, Breed got it down. Stone wrapped up, tried to get the ball away. Barnett under pressure. Now Peters was going to soccer it off the ground. May have been a better instance for him because he got wrapped up, and Intervong's there in support. He goes with the right foot kick towards half forward. Camerado leads. Menzies in the race for the footy, close to the boundary line. Menzies works his way to the front of the end and sees it over the boundary line. For a throw in inside 50, Eagles into attack.
It's a crucial 15 minutes for East Geelong, Laurie, with Sean O'Leary.
Oh, definitely. There's no doubt about that. They're going to have to. Paul Camerotto's going to have to step up for 10 minutes or so to try and control the footy in their forward line. He's got the ball now in his hand.
What was the free kick for there? Off his boot, perhaps?
Yeah, I think it was.
So Paul Camerotto decides to put the ball back into play. He's got McLeod back in the middle of the ground, takes the mark, plays on quickly, kicks back inside 50. All East Geelong there.
Good mark.
And it's Michael O'Leary has taken the mark 35 metres from goal. And he's on probably a 45-degree angle. So Mick O'Leary now.
It'd be a tough one, Eric, from there, but if he can kick this one...
especially with the breeze as it is.
But if he too high.
If he gets this goal, it puts quite a bit of influence on the game. So O'Leary now comes in. The wind's got hold of it. Exactly. It's gone off the inside of the boot a little also, and out of bounds on the full. So Camerotto stand the mark as Dale Menzies will be handed the football. I see Marcus Forbes there, perhaps who's a bit better kick. And
they've had trouble from that position that Mick O'Leary was in there, Eric, all day trying to kick goals.
They have. Well, he goes across the face of goal, finds Dale Menzies, he plays on. Oh, he's kicked it high, wide and Hanson, put a pretty big task for Timmy Gardner. He's up to it. Free kick, Timmy Gardner. Well, the umpire's called advantage. There's no advantage, surely. And
yeah, that's right.
That had to be. So now the ball will be returned to Timmy Gardner on half-back flank. I think the players are under pressure, but I'll tell you what, the umpires are under a bit of pressure at the moment here because there's a fair bit happening. Well, Timmy Gardner plays on quickly with a handball to Forbes. He kicks longer half forward over the top of the pack there off the hands of Oakley. Hood bumped off the football there by Miles. McLeod has plenty of time, picks it up, just gets his kick in time, kicks it across the face of the ground. Michael O'Leary picks it up, looks for the safety of the boundary line, and off hands, handballs it over the boundary. True centre wing, out of side, 27 minutes gone in the second quarter, which may well be a longer quarter than the first two. They went 33-34, so the ball out of bounds on centre wing. Umpire puts the ball into play. Breed and Oakley. Gardner comes over the top, takes the footy, he's tackled. Ball comes down, Barnett tries to crash through. Now Oakley tries to crash through. Handball Timmy Gardner out to Highland. And now Thomson go forward. Attacking the football there was Yates. Can't take the mark. And off his hands, it's over the boundary line. So we've been playing 27.5 minutes in the third quarter. 10-13 Thomson, lead East Geelong 7-8.
Boundary throw in. Breed to the ruck work. And it might be Yates for Thomson. The boundary umpire throws it in now. From behind Gardner. Breed got it down with the left hand towards Peters. Wrapped up. Did he get a high tackle? Yes, said the umpire. And it will be a free kick to David Peters at half back. Looking at switching play, but we've seen it be dangerous a number of times this afternoon. He elects to go down the line towards centre wing. O'Leary, who didn't read it as well as Andrew Atchison, and he took the mark, but great smother by O'Leary. Sets a task again for Atchison, handballs it to Gardner, and back to Atchison, has to get around a couple. Now he switches play towards the middle of the ground, looking for and finding Yates. Can't take the mark though, needs some support, gets around a couple, still holds it up, and handballs it backwards towards Atchison. Now he handballs to Oakley on centre wing. He goes with a long right foot kick towards full forward. Troy Maharis wiry from behind, 3 up. Nobody down, coming through the middle. Miles, clearing kick, came from Vetter, and it's okay. And he's found a teammate out wide. I'm sure that's Dandy, but we'll check. Intervong has got the footy from that kick, still in between wing and half back. And just play towards McLeod, across half back, takes it at centre half back, draws Forbes, kicks it over the top towards a couple of players, and they could be able to, it's touched off the boot, so they have to run through the Middle East without a mark being paid, and he goes long towards Roberts and also Murray. Roberts doubles back, needs some support, handball back towards Menzies, clearing kick, it was okay, Baxter traps it on the outer side half back flank. Gets Aitchison in support, then goes long towards centre wing. Oakley used the body, took the mark and played on, got away from Peters, goes with the right foot towards centre half forward. No mark paid, play on the call. And now coming through Highland. He gets around a couple, steps inside, goes with the right foot towards centre half forward. Now getting back there is Vetter, and he should be able to turn around and clear the play. He was going to go right, then he elects to go towards McLeod. Highland comes at him, good defensive play, Christian Highland. McLeod's there again, works to the front. close to the boundary line and in fact over. And it will be a throw in. About 25 metres around from the Thomson goal.
Boundary umpire in front of our broadcast position is struggling a bit to go anywhere.
I tell you, if it was a racehorse, he wouldn't be.
And the sheet up.
So the ball, 25 metres from the behind post, deep in the attacking area for Thomson. Good throw in. Timmy Gardner at the back. Handball to Daniels. Handball forward through the pack. Picked up there by, well, we think it's Dandy. McLeod. Handball back to Jones, is it back there? And finally McLeod butters up again. Kicks toward the boundary. We're more than happy to find the boundary. That's where all the action started 10 minutes ago.
I think you'd keep away from there, wouldn't you?
So it's out of bounds in front of the social club here at the 30.5-minute mark of the third quarter. So with the boundary umpire in some difficulty with a leg injury, puts the ball back into play. Oakley and Breed once again. Worry helps out there. Ball tapped forward. At the back is Aitchison. Read it well. Umpire took a while to put the whistle on. Forbes takes them on and can't beat them. Gets a handball out and it's Intervong. Great smother there by Aitchison. Picked up by Mitchell. Long handball for Thomson to Baxter. Off the outside edge of the footy. Finds, well, Thomson players probably interfered with one another down there. Highland coming through, attacking the footy. They just can't get a clear possession either side at the moment. It's pretty scrappy. And finally the ball comes clear. Daniels, he actually handballed it straight into Peter's arms. And they both go over the boundary line together with the footy. So Shorty Peters thinking the whistle had gone and was entitled to a free kick. Not the case, said the umpire. So
tries every trick in the book, doesn't he? He tries every trick in the book.
So it is out of bounds. 50 metres from the behind post for the Thomson side, kicking to the western side in this final quarter. Well, goes forward, picked up there by Jones. He's tackled. Good work there by Hood, and he appeals also for off the foot. Not the case, and it's out of bounds. Thomson gained 15 metres, 35 metres now from the behind post at the 32-minute mark of the third quarter.
Still 10 minutes to go.
I'd imagine it could be. Breed gets a tap down for East Geelong, picked up by Barnett, eludes a tackle, kicks it high, wide, and that is definitely in Welsh's backyard, way over the boundary line, out on the road, and out of bounds on the full. So Brad Roberts is making the trek cross-country to recover the football, about to re-enter the field of play. So absolutely no player in the forward half for East Geelong at the moment, as Brad Roberts goes towards the centre-half forward position. Ball comes to the front of the pack, picked up by Intervong. He chips the ball short, one-on-one out there. Roberts can't take the mark. Good reading of the play by Baxter on that occasion. He's gone pretty wide, and he also is looking for Welsh's backyard, I think. So the wind playing havoc out there with players' control of the football. It's out of bounds on the full, and it's Jones has the ensuing free kick. Just chips over the top, and mark taken over there. Is that Murray?
Yep.
So Murray to centre-half forward, but reading it well on that occasion is Dale Menzies of Thomson. So Menzies, nobody much to kick the footy to. There's a lead forward from Worry at a second attempt, takes the mark. Still nobody much in the forward half for Thomson. The kick is high. It's the full forward. Good defensive work there by
Forbesy. Point.
Good work by Stenhouse. Roving the front of the pack was Marcus Forbes, and had a pot shot and has missed. So it's a behind. 10-14, 74. Thomson. They lead East Geelong 7-8-50. Alexis the Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. We've gone past 34 minutes.
Stenhouse to do the kicking in for the Eagles. Goes down the middle, looking for and finding Michael O'Leary as the siren sounds.
Well, it was a short quarter.
It was. And at three-quarter time, it's Thomson 10-14, 74. They lead East Geelong 7-8-50 in that third term. 3 goals, 2 to Thomson. And to East Geelong, they kicked 1 goal, 1. And the difference is 24 points at the final change. The goal kickers for Thomson, 3 to Marty Worry, 2 to Troy Maharis, and singles to Shane Stone, Nick Maharis, Peter Anderson, Tim Gardner, and Christian Hyland. While for East Geelong, 3 to Sean O'Leary, 2 to Duncan Miles, and singles to Scott McLeod and to Paul Camarotto. 24 points The difference at the final change. We'll be back with the final quarter action of our Matchday live coverage this afternoon on 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.